We have just confirmed a woman that you say is the most radical Supreme Court justice in the history of this country. I agree. The woman can't, well, sorry. The person cannot tell you what a woman is, and she is supportive of critical race theory, talks about the founders of that movement by name. She has lauded the 1619 Project, which says America's evil from the very beginning. It's based on a false thesis about slavery. So this woman is very far to the left, and yet when I looked at the Senate confirmation hearings over who was grilling Ketanji Jackson, it was you and Josh Hawley and Tom Cotton a little bit. And that was pretty much it. And all of the other Republican senators were sitting there twiddling their thumbs and in some cases actually encouraging this woman, who's now the furthest left judge we've ever had on the court. What gives?
Well, look, risk aversion doesn't end when you're 21. It doesn't end when you're in college. It doesn't end when you're in grad school. It doesn't end when you start your first job. And in the world of politics, if you dare to take on the orthodoxy, you get demonized. I promise you in the, 20 minutes we've been sitting here, there have been 1,000 tweets telling me to go do things that are anatomically impossible.
Good night, everybody.
Look, it is... And if you're a Republican senator, it is not complicated that this nomination was an historic first. Anytime a Republican opposes a Democratic Supreme Court nomination, you are certain to be vilified by the media. All the more so if that nominee happens to be the first African-American woman nominated to the court. It means going into it, you know to a certainty, if you say anything, if you say good morning, you'll be called a racist. You'll be called a sexist. You'll be demonized. And look, today's Democrats, that's their opening line to begin with, no matter what you say. But in this context, I can tell you, among the Republican senators, most of them went into this nomination scared of their own shadow. They didn't want to be held up as the modern-day Klansmen, which if you said any critical question, that was the attack that was coming. On top of that, look, why is it we care about who's on the Supreme Court? This is something I care deeply about. I think a lot of Americans care deeply about it. The reason I believe we care about it is the Supreme Court has been the institution throughout history that has played the most pivotal role for protecting our fundamental rights, for protecting free speech, for protecting religious liberty, for protecting the right to keep and bear arms, for protecting our safety and security of our families by ensuring that the criminal laws are enforced. You know, this nomination was one that I'll confess I felt conflicted about. I've known Ketanji for 30 years. We were in law school together. We were 1 year apart in law school. We were on the law review together. She is someone that on a personal level, she's very smart, she's charming, she has an easy smile. Everybody who knows her likes her. But at the end of the day, a Supreme Court nomination is not about whether someone is smart or talented or whether you like them. It is about what their record is, and what kind of job they will do in the position. And as I examined her record, I came to the conclusion that her record demonstrated that she will be the furthest left of any of the justices that have ever served on the court.